You know how some people get good at something, and then some people become intuitively brilliant? Like, how do they do that? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty intense training system from the world of chess that might just hold the answer. It's called the Woodpecker Method, and trust me, it might change how you think about practice forever. But first, a quick question for you. Think about the top chess players on the planet, these absolute geniuses who see moves way ahead. When they actually lose a game, why do you think that is? Is it some unbelievable, next-level strategy from their opponent? A tiny mistake that snowballs? Or is it something way simpler?
Well, the answer is kind of shocking. A study found that a massive chunk of games aren't lost to brilliant strategy at all, but to simple tactical mistakes. I mean, look at this data. Even for grandmasters, the best of the best, 42% of their losses come from blunders. And as you go down the ranks, whoa, that number just shoots up. It turns out, for most games, it's not deep strategy that's the decider. It's just tactical sloppiness.
Now this exact problem, losing games that you know you should have won, drove one player to find a pretty radical solution. He was just sick and tired of making simple mistakes when it mattered most, and he decided he was going to fix it.
This is Hans Tikkanen. Before he was a grandmaster, he was an international master, and he was seriously frustrated. He kept making these careless mistakes in big games, and he knew that his whole approach of just trying to calculate, well, it just wasn't working.
So Tikkanen starts digging into psychology, and he gets really fascinated by the power of our unconscious mind. And then he has this big aha moment. The key isn't to try and calculate harder. The key is to train your brain to spot tactical patterns automatically, to just see the right move without even thinking about it, you know? Kind of like how you don't think about balancing on a bike, you just do it. And this led him to create a super demanding system based on high-volume, repetitive puzzle solving.
And that system he created, well, now it has a name. Let's take a closer look at what became known as the Woodpecker Method.
And the name itself is just perfect. His co-author, Axel Smith, came up with it because Tikkanen's last name in Finnish literally means little woodpecker. It's brilliant, right? It perfectly captures the whole idea, this persistent, repetitive, focused effort, just chipping away until you break through.
So what is it really? At its core, it's a training system built to give you rock-solid tactical intuition. And the way you do that is by solving a big, fixed set of chess puzzles again and again and again, getting faster each time. The goal isn't just to find the answer. The goal is to burn those patterns so deep into your brain that they become second nature.
Okay, I know, it sounds pretty intense, and it is, but the actual plan is beautifully simple. Let's walk through exactly how you do it. The whole thing is built around cycles. So in cycle 1, you take your set of puzzles, let's say a few hundred of them, and you solve them all. You can take up to 4 weeks. Then you rest. For cycle 2, you solve the exact same set of puzzles, but now you have to do it in half the time, so 2 weeks. And you just keep repeating that process. Rest, then solve, cutting the time in half, until you can blast through the entire set in a single day. And this part is absolutely crucial. You have to track everything. But the main thing you're focused on isn't just getting them right, it's speed. How fast can you do it? The whole point is to build that automatic pattern recognition. You are literally training your brain to stop thinking so hard and to just see the solution instantly. So, why on earth would you put yourself through all this grueling repetition? What's the real payoff here? Well, it's all about fundamentally rewiring how your brain works.
The whole goal here is to completely transform your thinking. You're trying to move away from that slow, conscious calculation, the kind that drains your mental battery and makes you mess up under pressure. And you're moving towards fast, automatic, unconscious intuition. This frees up all that mental energy so your conscious mind can focus on the big picture strategy while your gut instinct just handles all the tactical stuff flawlessly.
Okay, so that's the theory, but what about in the real world? Did this intense brain rewiring process actually work for Hans Tikkanen? Oh, you bet it did. After he put himself through his own system back in 2010, he did something pretty amazing. He earned this many Grandmaster norms in just 7 weeks. 7! That's what he needed to get the highest title in chess. I mean, think about that. After being stuck for years, this was the key that unlocked everything for him. He said it himself, it significantly decreased my blunders and made me more confident at the board. That's a heck of an endorsement.
And this all lines up perfectly with what the greatest players have always known. The legendary Garry Kasparov once said, "The biggest problem I see among people who want to excel in chess is not trusting their instincts enough. The Woodpecker Method, really, is a system for building instincts that you can finally, truly trust.
When you get right down to it, this isn't just about chess. The Woodpecker Method is really a blueprint for mastery in almost any skill. So it makes you wonder, right? Think about your own life, whether it's coding or playing guitar or even public speaking. What's the intuition that you could build with this kind of focused, relentless, woodpecker-style practice?